In the left corner, you've got Floyd Money Mayweather. And in the right corner, you've got Logan Paul. Jake Paul's brother. Give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell, by the way, guys. We're talking about this amazing fight that will be taking place tomorrow as of releasing this video. So who is going to win this fight? We all have our predictions, but there's some interesting things to talk about because quite literally no one could win this fight. There's no judges allowed kind of thing. This is an interesting talk. So let's talk about this today, guys. Guys, my name's Gareth Walton. You guys can find me at my two different YouTube channels. Number 2, Gareth Walton, and of course, Tallboy Gareth number 1. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Tallboy Gareth. Okay, let's go back to the boxing talk. Very interesting. Technically speaking, no one may actually win this one. Is this shitty or is it not shitty? I don't know. You know, let's talk about it and see what's actually going on. So this is an interesting article from cnet.com. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. The date, the start time, and how to watch the fight. So Logan Paul fights Floyd Mayweather Jr. on Sunday in one of the weirdest matchups in boxing history. Here's what you need to know. Oh, that's absolutely correct. So there's them two going at it in a bit of a promotional situation, promoting their fight. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are fighting each other this weekend. Yep, it's happening for real. Their long discussed boxing match takes place on the 6th of June at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The historic crossover event is signed and sealed. So yeah, there's been a lot of delay regarding this. It's been delayed once, potentially twice that I'm aware of, and it was put back for a later date. And there was a lot of talk that it may not actually happen because why on earth would a 50-0 professional boxer fight a YouTuber who's got no wins to his name? In fact, it's 2 losses. Technically speaking, it was a tie and a loss. Interesting, right? Obviously, it's for the money, but let's go back into it. Okay, so the start time, depending on which country you're in. If you're in the US, it starts at 8 p.m. Well, 5 p.m. is the initial type of thing. Sunday, the 6th of June. If you're in the UK, it's Monday, the 7th of June, Australia. Monday, the 7th of June. So yeah, 10 a.m. if you're in Australia and 1 a.m. in the UK. So yeah, this is an interesting video that let me just quickly show you that. There we go. This was filmed the other day, doing a bit of a promotional thing. And look at the two lovers. They're practically about to make out with each other. And there's a nice old lady. She's not old, but there's a nice little lady standing next to them. Can you imagine if they have a big blowout right now? She's going to get hit by accident. Jake's doing, Logan I should say, is he looks potentially a little nervous, and you can imagine why, right? Yeah. So it's certainly fun to watch, even though no one may win this fight, but we'll get into that in a second. So that's interesting. That's just another angle to the thing that they did. Now, how to watch? Well, what is this thing actually called? Fanmio. You can watch it on Fanmio, or you can watch it in different things called Main Event if you're in Australia, Sky Sports, Box Office in the UK, and if you're in America, it's something else as well. So the fight details. This special exhibition is slated for 8 rounds, each 3 minutes long. Both fighters will be wearing 12-ounce gloves. Now look at this. There's an interesting article from another website I found, which may be showing lighter gloves. Let me show you. So they were initially set to fight in 12-ounce, 340-gram gloves, right? But according to combat sports reporter Mark Raimondi, let's get that name right. Mark Raimondi. They will now do battle in 10-ounce gloves, if he's correct. 283-gram gloves. Instead, making a knockout between the two more likely because the gloves will be less padded. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's get to it, why that may be interesting, and you'll understand in a second regarding the judges or the lack of them. So Logan Paul has to weigh in at 190 pounds or under for the fight. Otherwise, he will be fined an eye-watering 100 grand, my goodness, for every pound he goes overweight. So basically, Logan Paul, if you're listening to this right now, you're not allowed any damn ice creams. No chocolate, no sweets for you, my man. Because if you do, it's 100 grand extra kilo. Jesus, man, can you imagine that? Can you imagine like getting fat because you want to get fat and then you're getting charged $100,000 for it? All right, going back. So yeah, Money Mayweather. Mayweather will most likely weigh in at around 160 pounds and will face a massive size disadvantage. Paul is around 6'2" with 76 inch reach, whereas Mayweather is around 5'8" with 72-inch reach. So once again, Paul is 76 inches reach, Mayweather 72-inch reach. So obviously, Logan Paul has the advantage in this category, and he's also got the weight advantage as well, it would seem. So there you go. So given the fight is an exhibition, it's been confirmed that there will be no judges. Knockouts are legal and are to the judge's discretion. If the contest plays out to its conclusion, there will be no official judge's result, the Florida State Boxing Commission has told. Now, why could this be? Well, I've got two theories as to why they're doing this now. Okay, let's start with the first theory. The first theory is that Floyd, because Floyd's pretty much the one making these rules, right? Logan's got almost no input in this type of thing, okay? So Floyd's making the rules. So what if Floyd is worried that he's going to get a loss? He's going to get an L to a YouTube boxer. Logan Paul has advantages in many ways, height, reach, but obviously Floyd's got the mentality, the mindset of being a boxer for all these decades type of thing with 50-0 losses, 50 wins, 0 losses kind of thing. So what if he's worried to getting a loss from a YouTuber? That would be kind of a laughing moment. The internet would laugh about that. But regardless, like even if there's no official win or lose to this, the internet's not going to forget, we'll all classify Floyd as having lost to a YouTuber. Now, there's another one. There's another theory of mine as to why this may be. Maybe he doesn't want maybe he thinks he's going to win 100%, right? But he doesn't want a win to a YouTuber because he doesn't consider Logan Paul a professional boxer, which he's kind of not. He kind of is, but he kind of isn't. Do you know what I mean? So he doesn't want that win to his record because he doesn't classify Logan a real boxer. I don't know. There's one or two ways, or maybe more, of looking at this. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, so the full fight card, that's the boxers that will be, fighting that night. That's interesting. So a quick little, who is Logan Paul? Well, the 26-year-old Ohio native and his brother Jake first became famous for their Vine and YouTube videos. I think I might sneeze in a minute. I'm not really sure. Paul then moved to LA and dabbled in all sorts of forms of entertainment, from acting to running a clothing line. Now, his clothing line was Maverick, by the way. You guys remember that if you watch some of his videos? So Maverick, that's his clothing line. Now, he's not without controversy. Oh, God, no, hell no. In 2018, he was heavily criticized for filming a dead body in a Japanese forest known as a location for suicide. So it's basically, this forest in Japan is called the Suicide Forest. And unfortunately, a lot of depressed Japanese people seem to go there. So, not good, but he filmed that there. So, yeah. And YouTube has yanked ads from his channel for questionable content in the past, but his fans didn't seem to care. His YouTube channel has more than 22 million subscribers. Wow, that's a lot of subs, my man. As for sports, Paul was a high school athlete, participating in wrestling and football, but his boxing record isn't exactly long. In 2018, he fought British YouTuber KSI, real name, whatever the hell that is. We're not even going to go there. KSI, we'll call him that. Now, KSI and Logan pretty much fought, to a majority draw in what was considered an amateur match. Now, so it was a draw. The first fight he had was a draw with KSI. Now, in 2019, the two held a rematch that was considered a professional bout, ending in a split decision victory for KSI. So with 0 victories to his credit, he's decided to, take on a famous undefeated boxer. As you do. But why would you, right? It's for the dough. It's for the dough. Who is Floyd Money Mayweather? Well, Floyd is quite a bit older than Paul at 44. He's much more experienced in the ring. He won 15 major world titles in 5 weight classes with a 50-0 record. It's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, the guy's an absolute machine. Record in the sport. Now, a bronze medal in the 1996 Olympics and 3 US Golden Globe championships, among other titles. Note that Floyd Mayweather won that Olympic medal when Logan Paul was just a year old. Ooh, interesting. So, Logan's a lot younger and potentially in better shape because of his age. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, right? So why then is the undefeated former champ taking on a YouTuber who's never won a fight? Well, it's not about the boxing. The fight won't count anywhere. It's an exhibition. Think those two irresistible elements, money and fame. So look, I'm not going to read any more regarding that, but we'll move on to a little bit more. The Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul confrontation. No, that's not a typo. Despite the fact that Floyd Mayweather is fighting his brother, Logan Paul, Jake Paul got into quite the situation with Mayweather by stealing his baseball cap at a press conference. What was this? Maybe a couple of weeks ago now from when I filmed this. Can I actually show you the video? This might be the video here.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Watch this.
Yes, sir. Get the paperwork for this bomb.
Get Al Hammond.
Absolutely. Let me Al Hammond.
Let me call Al Hammond.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat.
So he took his hat and then got a black eye. Yep. Pretty crazy, wouldn't you say? So that happened. Now, Jake Paul's been he's had quite a good boxing career so far. He's fought quite a few boxers and an MMA fighter, I'm pretty sure, and he's won a lot of them. So Jake, his younger brother, Logan Paul's younger brother, doing potentially better at the moment, but he's not fighting Money Mayweather. But yeah, when this actually happened, oh God, Mayweather was fuming. There was just a huge confrontation. You guys remember that, right? Did you see it in the media? There was a lot of swearing and I'm going to kill you type threats and that kind of stuff. So, what to expect? Well, part of the appeal of this is it's hard to know what to expect. The most obvious outcome is Mayweather boxing Paul and potentially knocking him out. But Mayweather is 44 and he's giving up at least 30 pounds in weight. It's hard to imagine that Logan Paul will even touch Mayweather given his defensive powers pretty much. So, but we haven't seen him fight since the McGregor fight, and that was almost 4 years ago. So, there's some shots of them training. Look, who do you guys think is going to win this? No doubt it's going to be a freaking interesting fight. Where will I be watching this? Well, I'll be watching it at my local pub because I'm a cheapskate. Speaking of cheapskates, don't know how I'm referencing this to my channels, but all right. Number 2 and number 1, you can find me on there. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Toolboy Gareth. I love you all. I'll see you for tomorrow's video. Who's going to win? Let me know. I reckon it's probably going to be Floyd, but I'm kind of hoping it's Logan. See ya. Bye.